Sponsored by degenerates like you. What's happening, people? You're tuning into Comedy by Coincidence. It's actually episode 140. That's an accomplishment. Smoke them if you got it. We're saving the world one bone at a time. No, wait. Oh, shit. Podcast all day. Oh no, fuck! That's not this podcast.
Community strike.
Immediately banned. Shadow banned. It's the fight around the. It's not. Oh no, never mind. JK. That's not this either. Love myself for a while. Wait, not this podcast. Hold on. Fuck, my mouse ain't working. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, Chris Hippie Davis, doing his best out here. Hanging with my favorite comedian over there in Florida. His name is...
Ear infection. My name is Ear Infection. It's a motherfucker out here. Nah, I'm Ty.
What's up, Ty? I also want to say we got the lovely Dr. Evil with us, trying her best on music and sound today. Whoa. What the fuck?
That was wild.
We're having audio problems. Did you try to plug that back into the other computer?
No. I did not.
That's bizarre.
Was that a fart noise?
No. No, that wasn't even a Dr. Evil
Did it come
intentional.
through? Oh my god.
Fuck, I was about to be so proud.
We are doing our best here at Davis Studios. It's falling apart. We've had no money for a very long time, and we're getting hungry, and the things are falling apart. The electric bill is due, has been due. It's been due for a good couple of months. Yeah, election 2024, baby. That's what we're talking about. Keep the lights on. Vote Ty Young. What's up, dude? It's been a while since I've seen you. Sorry we didn't have a podcast last week, gang. That's you know, I'm pretty used to blaming myself on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and say it was Chris's fault. You know, but good times were had by all. Maybe. How are you doing? How would you do last weekend?
Last weekend, I did chores and let me see here. Last Friday, I know I did one show last weekend. I just don't remember what day or where, but I know I did something. Soggy Bottom Brewery. That's where I went. It's
what?
a brewery up in Largo. And it was an unusual situation.
Unusual for sure.
It's a local spot up in where it's not Newport Richie, but Dunedin. It's spelled like Dune with a din at the end of it. And I got there, and it was a relatively empty bar. I thought it was just going to be a standard bar show, but then this coach bus rolls up, and this torch group gets out. All right. I'm talking like it felt like in order to be a part of this church group, you had to be an AARP member plus 10 years.
Oh,
you know?
shit. Here we go again.
It was they were a fun crowd. They were willing to flow with the dirty stuff for the comics that did that, but for the most part, it was like, I mean, it was nobody could figure out what denomination they were. Which is like, if you're a church group, it's kind of a key piece of information,
Yeah, you gotta know if you're supposed to fight the Baptists or not. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or is that...
Exactly. And it's like, we were in a bar, so clearly they weren't Mormon, so it was like, okay, that was free game. But then in the middle of my set, I was talking about gas stations, and I brought up Come and Go, and then some asshole was like, Arkansas. And I'm like, yeah, the Midwest. And he's like, no, Arkansas. And I'm like, all right, listen, you fuck. It may have started in Arkansas, but there's plenty in Missouri and Iowa, too. You guys stole Walmart from Missouri, so fuck you. We're taking Come and Go. So, that was just an interesting little thing that happened.
And then Ty got jumped Big J style on stage, came off that stool, and
I would, if that happened, if that really happened, I would totally be at the gimmick right now, going viral. Getting paid spots all of a sudden. It's like one punch to a comic in the Tampa Bay area gets you like at least $500 in local spots.
Yeah, maybe a few podcast placements, this and that.
Exactly.
Ooh, that'd be nice. I thought I saw you on Legion of Skanks the other day because Sam Hyde was a guest, threw on some glasses, and just his facial hair right now looks exactly like you. So he threw on these like fucking rounded glasses. I was like, fucking Ty got on and didn't tell me? What the fuck? But,
I mean, that does sound like me because I am the chief king of the Irish goodbye right now, so.
Yeah, that is exactly how I'd find out you just got a solo podcast on Gas Digital. Too. Dude, let's not speak.
But who do I look like now? Sam Hughes?
Sam Hyde.
Sam Hyde. Okay. Based off the name, I'm guessing he is not like Eric Griffin.
No, he's a white. He looks like you. It was like, damn, is that Ty right there?
So he's a fellow comic book store owner. Okay,
yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've in my sets recently, I've been playing with the I look like jokes a lot, and I've been pulling out some old heckles and transforming them into the jokes and all that. So it's kind of fun, and all that. All right, a lot of stuff has happened. Okay, the past couple of weeks. So let's start here, Chris. We did a podcast after your birthday. All right, so we're working with the last 2 weeks. How's your life going?
It's been all right. I went on a week-long vacation. That's part of the problem with why we didn't get a podcast out last week, because I was getting back in town Saturday night from extended family week-long vacation to literally I was in town for an hour, and then our former president got shot in the ear. So that was wild. And then this last week has kicked my ass because I had a week off, so everything was backed up behind on my work schedule, and yeah, busy ass week this week. So
fun vacation followed up by the hectic catch up, and then it's interesting that you brought up Trump getting shot, and how you phrased it versus how everybody else in the media is phrasing it.
How would you say that?
Because you said the former president got shot, and everybody else is saying the next president got shot. It's kind of funny how like one little ear nicks changed the entire phrasing of what they're talking about.
Right. I like how it went from this felon to the next president like overnight.
Oh, instantly.
So I mean,
plus, if in my dark conspiracy theory laced hole, I blame Barron Trump. Now bear with me here, because we all saw the debate, and Trump was up, but Barron's at that age where he just got out of high school, so he just is learning the truth about JFK and was like, you know what, this could help die it out. So, little organized. No, okay, a little too far, too rough. I get it. Okay, my bad. I'll retract the joke.
No, it's fine, Ty. I didn't say anything. I'm, in fact, here for it. But I want you to know that I have my own theory.
Oh, okay. Do tell.
We've established the shooter was 20-year-old Thomas Crooks or whatever, right? Okay. The name and face and picture has gone around the media a lot. Everybody's trying to understand the mind of the killer who took the shot. You know what I'm saying? Now, I gotta say, we found out yesterday that the very last thing in his search history, Tyson, was porn. For sure. Okay, this is backed up. Double check my facts, people.
So was he.
Okay.
But the last thing he was looking up before he went to go take that shot was porn. Okay? Now, my question for you, and here's where my conspiracy comes into play. Dr. Evil, when she brought this info forward to me, saying that, again, the last thing in his search history, porn, he was beating the meat, you know? I apologize to all my family who have to listen to this. But do you think that he finished and then went to go take the shot, bud? Or here's my conspiracy, is that he didn't finish. Him going to take the shot was part of the, adrenaline and the need to get off, right? If he had just fucking finished at home before leaving, we might not have had that shot. We might not have had that mess. He didn't have the chance for post-nut clarity, Ty. He couldn't rationally think it through. What 20-year-old could?
So you're thinking this 20-year-old climbed a roof and shot with a full raging heart on because he didn't finish.
Look, we live in a fucked up America, and I'm not the first to tell you, Yeah, Dr. Evil, please read this. We got Dr. Evil coming with the facts here.
All right. So, the article's headline reads, Thomas Crooks searched for porn before shooting Trump, FBI. So, original reporting and analysis straight from Washington to your inbox. Okay, anyway. The last search Thomas Crooks made on his cell phone before attempting to assassinate Donald Trump was for pornography, a senior law enforcement officer source has reported. The source, who was asked not to be named, said the FBI's Operational Technology Division in Quantico, Virginia, I'm guessing, made the discovery when it finally gained access to 20-year-old Crooks' encrypted Samsung phone. Yeah. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Okay. Initial attempts at the Pittsburgh field office to crack open the Android device failed, and it was taken to Quantico on an FBI plane. The only other recent activity on the phone were texts from his parents asking where he was. The source said the parents thought their son had taken the AR-style rifle and gone to the shooting range where he sometimes practiced. The text began around 1 p.m. and continued throughout the afternoon. Quote, by 6 p.m. he was dead, the source said. According to the source, the FBI has largely completed its examination of the phone, and it's now at work on the gunman's laptop and a number of hard drives that were recovered from his bedroom. The agents hope to find clues as to why someone with no clear political motivation or known psychiatric disorder clambered on a roof at Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, with an assault rifle and attempted to kill Trump. And then from there, it's just kind of a recap of the event, I think.
The last thing he
my
searched,
job. What?
The last thing he searched, porn. So my thing is, did he have that post-nut clarity, or was this all fueled because of cum?
Quote, it's not unusual, the source said.
My only most pertinent burning question I have is what category? Because if he was going for a facial shot, it explains a lot of why he missed. He was using the wrong instrument. It's kind of, we need to know, and the FBI is holding out on us, apparently.
Listen, we live in a sick world. This is all jokes, people.
But at this, it's not. This is a little not a joke. I think they're depriving the porn actors and actresses, porn stars, a good revenue opportunity, because what if their video was the last video? Like, they should
announce that.
Exactly. It's something, the AVN award needs the shooter pregame video award. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, I want to get off this. We did go on vacation. That's probably a better place to go for just a second. I did work on that joke. I wanted to bring that up for you because I thought
no, it's good.
I thought that was solid. But we went to Hot Springs, Arkansas. You mentioned Arkansas earlier, and the dumbass who heckled you because of it. Gotta say, not a whole lot of people in Arkansas.
Nope, not a lot.
And we did pass through Little Rock, and I swear to God, I was looking for the hotel you were staying at because we passed over the river and everything that you shot in front of and shit. It was fun.
But you see the submarine?
We did not. No, we just passed through Little Rock on our way to Hot Springs, Arkansas. And I gotta say, Hot Springs, super cool, worth it.
Super interesting, not super cool.
Not cold at all. Not cool at all. No fucking breeze. No cold water. Hot everything. And do not go in mid-July because there's no reprieve from the hot.
Okay? Yeah, you in them hills.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Ozarks mountains. And because it's all mountains, there's no breeze coming through, And also the hot springs are literal hot springs that are coming out of the ground. There's probably like 47 of them or something. But they're coming out of the ground at 143 degrees. Hot as shit. So it's already 98 degrees and humid while we're walking around everywhere. But you get close to any of these fountains, it jumps up to 110 degrees. Just on principle. And we had a lake house that we could go swim off and go swim in the lake in the off hours and stuff. But day one, my brother was like, hey guys, I'm an environmental science major, and they pulled 3 alligators out of this lake. Did you know that? Ha ha ha. That's pretty cool, right? I was like, there's alligators in this lake? What the fuck? Why the fuck would you tell us that, dude? So, didn't do a whole lot of swimming after that.
I just... Who... Environmental science major? Like,
yeah.
One, did not see that for your brother at all. Number two, like, what environmental science major is studying alligators? That's a heptology. That's a reptile.
Yeah,
is he double majoring or some bullshit? Like, where did he pull this information from? It feels like he was just pulling people's bones.
I think it had to do with migratory patterns due to weather changes.
Yeah, it was something way above us.
Something like that. Like, he explained it,
yeah.
but my brain kind of went symbol monkey, so I only caught bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
Plus, I intended to get in the water, so I figured it was probably better to not listen.
It had something to do with his, thesis thing, and I was like, it's above my
What,
grade.
alligators walking across land into Arkansas? The invasion of the gators?
Yeah, pretty much. It's above
Westward expansion.
Onward and upward,
The Razorbacks have to go down. The Florida Gators need to invade. Is that his plan?
I think so. Let's take out the wild hogs,
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is Texas approved. I will say that. They love killing hogs out there.
That's right. That's right. What else? Hot Springs. I think you'd enjoy it because it's kind of like a small Ozarks type town, but with a hell of a history. And the Hot Springs National Park. When you think national park, you think like Grand Canyon or Arches or Mount Zion or whatever, and miles and miles and miles of trails and hiking and just a shit ton of land, right?
Yeah.
Well, Hot Springs National Park is one mountain and the historic district of the town, which is so weird that a national park is like part of the town, okay? And yeah, and the reason for it being is in the late 1800s, early 1900s, there were a bunch of springs right along the main avenue, Central Avenue, and these bathhouses were built on top of each one of these springs. So they call it Bathhouse Row, and there were like 11. There's probably 8 now of these bathhouses all in a row. These like they were supposed to be Greek style, but they're really Victorian era bathhouses that are like were really like torture chambers for real. I don't know how anybody would enjoy going to one of those, bro.
This feels distinctly more like an October-November activity.
110%, my friend. That's what I'm trying to say. Do not go in mid-July. It's so hot. There's no reprieve. Everything's hot. It'd be great if it was fucking cold as shit and you were trying to get out of the cold, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Unrelated, but the SWAT team pulled up on us at mini golf or putt-putt.
That was pretty fun. And it was like a SWAT team, you know? I don't know what the hell was going on in Hot Springs.
And I don't know where they came from, because it wasn't like there was a through street back there or anything like that.
They were just chilling at the mini
They
golf.
were just chilling at the pirate-themed mini golf,
bro. Highly recommend.
All right, so this is a real good fucking point that you bring up here, okay? And you unintentionally did it, and it's a little bit of a tangent, but why the fuck why is whenever you decide a theme for mini golf, pirates is like 1 out of 4 chance of being the theme? You know what I mean? Like pirates never played fucking golf in their life, not once ever.
Yeah,
and yet they get mini golf courses. What the fuck is this?
But it had a bunch of Blackbeard facts.
Like every hole, so there were 2 separate 18-hole courses for this mini golf thing. This place was huge. Okay. I actually 10 out of 10 recommend this mini golf place. Some can be complete shit, you know what I mean? But this was cool. This was my only, you know what? 9 out of 10. They didn't have any food. You know what I mean? Like,
no food. Well, I mean, you know, you're out there plundering booty. So why would you want to eat food while you do that? That's shitty. Never mind.
They could make some jack if they had a snow cone stand or a hot dog, something with some drinks, you know. But nothing. So that's 9 out of 10. Also 8 out of 10 because why the fuck you SWAT team rolling up on me from the back parking lot? There's nothing in the back parking lot.
Well, you know, Chris, you probably were the first hippie they've seen in 30
Straight
years,
up.
So they had to.
Arkansas is for sure. You said Midwest. I want to remind you, it's definitely in the South.
Fuck no! I heartily disagree with you on this. 100% dis-a-fucking-gree.
I'm going to stand my ground on this one because, listen, might be Midwest of the country, sure, geographically. Culturally, seceded the Union. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're going by the Civil War lines, yeah,
for sure, seceded the Union and remember it. You know
a lot of the plaques were was descended on by federal troops.
However,
this one plaque we saw in the center of town. First of all, they also had a Confederate memorial separate from this in the center of town. But then at the literal national park, in the national park, there's a little gold plaque that's like, here in 1864, Governor whatever his face moved his entire, what do they call it, cabinet and state records and treasury here because federal troops were advancing on Little Rock. You read it and you look and you're like, wait, he moved it here because the federal troops were advancing. Oh, you mean like U.S. troops, right? Okay, shit. Yeah. Okay, so the Confederates moved here. Great. Okay, cool. It's just not, you know what I mean. It's not spelled very.
They don't say it point blank. But they let you know.
Yeah, and they do have that Southern history. I will give you that. That I cannot refute that. However, in
when you
today's
see 5
day and age,
Confederate flags down there, you're like, oh wait, this is the South. Shit. You know?
Yes, but while you were in Arkansas, how many Midwest goodbyes did you have to do? How many fucking long, drawn out? Exactly. Yeah, all right.
You're right.
How good was the hospitality? Was it good Southern hospitality, or was it just standard Midwest?
Actually,
I would
Southern.
argue it was Southern,
It was Southern.
because
Yeah.
they were sweet and personable, but my God, did everything move slower in hell.
Interesting, because in Little Rock they don't do that Southern hospitality shit.
This really did kind of feel like an Ozarks town, you know, and you know how different people in the Ozarks can feel from some St. Louis townies, you know what I mean? So
yeah, meth is a factor. I can't bring myself to call Arkansas the South, because it has the history, but its current day and age and form, ever since the royal family, the Clintons, took over, it's kind of not been the South. It's its own breed, you know. It's
right.
Bill fucked a hog and then outspit the modern Arkansas man, and you know, it's a weird spot. I love the spot, don't get me wrong. Arkansas is great, but it's weird.
I'll tell you what, I like it a lot better than its close cousin, Kansas. You know what I mean? Fuck Kansas.
The
like
problem with
Wario
Kansas
to
is
Mario.
nobody meets anybody from Kansas.
I mean, we have plenty of friends from Kansas. Actually, a lot of those Kansas City friends we got are like, we're from Kansas City, Missouri. We swear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're lying because they're actually from Olathe. But it's like every time you go to Kansas, the only person you meet is the gas station attendant.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, unless you're going to a city for business, you know, I don't know what kind of business Topeka has, but you know, it's you're not meeting anybody you actually want to talk to while you're there.
Yeah, the only people you're meeting are people trying to get the fuck out of Kansas.
Exactly. I think I you know, if you believe Elon Musk belief of it's a simulation, I think it starts like version 1 is Kansas. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the people there aren't real. You know, until you get there, and then it like pops up like you're in a simulation where it's just like the map just loaded up, and then you got a whole bunch of NPCs running around.
Yeah.
So it's like,
big time. All right. Enough about me. That vacation was awesome. I recommend people go to Hot Springs. What the fuck have you been up to?
Let me see here. Monday, I've been going to Big Top Brewing Collective, trying out my newest shit. Because it's a small bar show, same lineup of comedians almost every week. So it's, you know, if I can get them to smile at something, you know, I could take it someplace else, you know.
Right.
And most importantly, it's free. So, you know, I'm gonna try out my newest, riskiest material at the free spot instead of something that has some hope at the $5 spot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then Tuesdays, I'm kind of boned on Tuesdays, all right, because the only real club open on Tuesdays is the Sunshine City. It's a small, nice little club out near St. Pete Beach, but the mic starts at 8. Sign-ups start at 7. But people start lining up at 6, and I get off at 5:30. And it's a 35-minute drive up there. So, you know, and that's no shower, no dinner, no nothing. If I just drive straight there, I can't do it, you know?
Right. So Tuesdays you're not off because of it.
Yeah. Wednesday, I've been going to the Gimmick. Talked about how this past week I talked about how food is orgasmic, which was kind of fun. You know, just because the audience was reluctant to go down with me. You know what I mean? They were like, I would say something that it's funny. It's genuinely funny, but then they would just like pull back, being like, "Whoa, did he just fuck a burrito or something?" And it's like, no. So that was this past week at the Gimmick. Thursdays is I could go back to the Gimmick. I could There's a couple different options on Thursday. Once a month, if I get on the list, I can go back to Soggy Bottom, which we talked about earlier. There's a couple Newport Richie shows, I think, as well. So, I mean, there's options, but it's kind of like I didn't go this past week because all day Thursday I had this throbbing ear pain that came in waves. And I was terrified. I was going to be saying a joke and then all of a sudden wince in pain. And then people will be like, oh, shit, he needs to go to the ER. You know, and that's not a good comedy show look.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but I'm busy. That is my ringtone.
I like that. That's a groovy ringtone. Chris's is like Bird Party.
Yeah. Oh, Ty, have you heard my fucking voicemail?
No, I have not.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Dude, you gotta call me real quick.
No, you're gonna get copyright struck.
Fuck it, dude. It's so funny. It's so funny. I don't care if we get copyright flagged for it. Also, it's so rough on the recording. It'll be fine. Just call me. I'll decline it and throw your phone onto the microphone. Okay?
I got you. Hold on. I gotta find the guy, and then do that, and then
listen. Your boy is a comedy genius. It's just, why is it that I can't? Ty, hold on a second.
Hello. You've reached Christopher Davis. I'm unable to take the call right now, but believe me, it's really important. And so is whatever I'm doing. So let me tell you, I'm going to get back to you as soon as I can. Because that's what you deserve. And you know, it might be a little bit of time, might be a day, but it's super important. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. It's super important. You're super important to me, man. I hope you have a good day. Thank you.
If you want to leave me a message, you gotta really want to leave me a message. That's what I'm saying.
Did you put the entire solo on your voicemail? Is that what's happening?
We even got some first verse, dude.
That's sudden beep. Just we're done.
You're welcome. We probably got flagged on that, but that's okay. Whatever. That worth it. I really hope work tries to leave me a voicemail sometime, but they never try to call me. So, fuck them. That would be great if your boss calls you, though, for that. You're important. You're really important to me. Get back to you as soon as I can.
That's a pretty sick voicemail thing. I don't have one right now. I don't think.
I didn't have one for like the entire time I've had a phone until a month ago, and I figured that shit out, and I was like, perfect. That's exactly what I need. I don't want voicemails. So, yeah.
I mean, I've always and a lot of people I know, it's like if the thought is, I'm not going to answer your call. If it's important enough, you'll leave a message or send a text.
Right.
You know, it's like, because I get somebody sold my cell phone number to the devil, and I get so many spam calls from, like, I'm the only person I know that gets spam calls from 5 different states.
Oh, me too, dude. No, it's not just you.
It's not just me, because most people, like, most of the people down here in Florida that have lived here for a long time, they only get spam calls that say it's a Florida number, right?
But I'll get them from Washington. I'll get them from Arizona, California, New Jersey, Tennessee.
New York's popular?
Yeah, New York. So, yeah, but and I'm always
damn.
like, oh, one of my friends, because I'm like, I'm well connected. That's somebody from California trying to get. Nope, JK.
Hello, I'm Paul.
Paul, how you doing, bud? Oh
I'm
man,
doing
I
well,
miss you.
sir. I'm doing well, sir.
You sound extremely less Caucasian than the last time I seen you, but that's okay. Hey, shit's 2024.
It is.
Too tall, Paul.
It's a new year, and we just want to talk to you about your car insurance. How's it going? Car
All
insurance?
right, Paul.
You like it?
I don't.
Warranty?
You know. No.
How's your warranty?
Beep. Hang up. As soon as I find out you're trying to sell something, it's over. You know. Friend or not.
One of the greatest phone calls I've ever listened to was a scammer trying to do medical scams, get your social and your Medicaid and all that. And my supervisor he says he's a his name is I think he said his name was John, and that he was a 430-pound woman and his taint hurts. Just, going over, and the gentleman on the other line had no idea what a taint was. So he was like, my perineum, my taint, and he just starts screaming my taint as he's walking around work. He's walking around work screaming my taint hurts.
Explaining
into the
it
phone.
on the phone. Tremendous. Do we have any comedy news we really need to talk about?
I did Side Splitters last night, which is a local brand, pretty big club down here. They're the largest club that kind of tries to help out the newer comedians as much as possible.
Right.
But it's a movie theater spot. It's like they rented out one of the movie theaters that doesn't show movies. That's the comedy club. The rest of the rooms are still movies. And it's a weird spot, but it's a fun spot.
Good job getting out there, bud.
Yeah, my set went all right. It was good. I was rolling on mushrooms pretty hard, so that was
Right
fun.
on.
Right on.
Probably
doggy.
shouldn't have.
Right on, doggy.
Yeah.
Side splitters.
Talked about the cops a little bit, which, went all right with. I didn't have enough punchlines for that material, but it was kind of fun just to riff on it for a second. Yeah. That's my comedy news.
Walking where the greats walk. Hell
I need to
yeah.
go watch that Theo Von improv set on mushrooms, where he was on mushrooms from the Joey Diaz show, going to do a half hour on the improv. It was pretty good. Might give you some inspo. Okay, my little bit of comedy news is Bob Newhart, the sitcom pioneer and beloved Elf actor, dies at 94. So Bob Newhart was the pop elf in Elf.
Yeah.
But Bob
Lost to great.
Yep. Ran the Bob Newhart show from 72 to 78. Pretty awesome. But what else do we got in comedy news? We also lost Richard Simmons the same day Trump was shot. Him and what was the Shelley Duvall?
Mm-hmm. And Dr. Ruth.
Do you know who Dr. Ruth is?
I do know who Dr. Ruth is. She had a syndicated show all about how to suck dick properly. It was kind of great. Got a lot of tips growing up. I'm just saying.
We all did. Yeah, dude. So rip Dr. Ruth,
Now, it's interesting that out of the three examples you bring up, Ruth and Bob Newhart, exercise was not on their plate, and yet they got into their 90s. But Richard Simmons, all about exercise, only made it to 54. So maybe out of respect, we skip the push-ups this week.
Listen,
Ty, wait a minute.
Rough. I'm
Ty,
sorry.
how old was he? He was 76. He was 76, bud.
He was 7. I saw an article that said he was 54.
I bet he was
He was
54
76.
before. He was 54 at one point.
Sometime.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, might not have been. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay, put the push-ups back into rotation.
Not the worst thing, but I will say if you want to go and be like Dr. Roof, not Dr. Roofy, you know, Dr. Roof, you better have some sex this week, okay? You know, that makes for some good longevity, okay? So
This come up under comedy.
what? No, let me see. What's wrong? Can't bring Quark up. No, those are the best. There's an article Dr. Eagle just pulled up that says, "I'll never understand why people hate Star Trek Deep Space Nine's Ferengi episodes." And they're the best, bro. Except, you know what? I get it. The Grand Nagus.
I can tell you that the reason why a lot of nerds of my ilk and repute and appearance, we don't like Star Trek Deep Space Nine because we'll never know what a Deep Space Nine is. We're not working with that equipment.
No, it's actually pretty solid. I fuck with Deep Space Nine a lot. The only Star Trek series I don't fuck with a lot is oh, Kelly, help me out here.
The only series you don't?
Yeah, you know what? Never mind.
You've never done Discovery.
Yeah, the newest one. The one after
Picard.
Enterprise. Yep. Yo, fuck Star Trek Picard. You know? They made Data a villain, bro. Fuck that.
You didn't care much for Enterprise.
Data is the villain, dude. Have you been in this century?
Oh, bro. You need to watch Star Trek. You go out there calling yourself a nerd. You don't know what the hell I'm talking about, bro. Come on, get with it.
No,
Watch
no,
Star
because
Trek.
I despite appearances am not a nerd.
Okay, Mr. Comic Book Store owner. You need to,
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like I've dabbled in the nerd dark arts, but then I saw the light.
okay.
Literally, I went outside, saw the light, and was like, "This is better."
Uh-oh. Do you have a Savage of the Week this week?
I do have a Savage of the Week this week. However, I'm changing my mind because it might be insensitive, and you will disagree with me wholeheartedly. So give me a. Do we have any more comedy news while I readjust my choice?
Comedy news.
Kill Tony.
I mean, Donald J. Trump and Joe Biden guested on Kill Tony like a day or two ago. That was pretty awesome. Fuck a
Fantastic.
presidential debate. That's the way we need this. Shane as Donald Trump and Adam Ray as Joe Biden.
Have you watched that episode, or have you just seen clips?
No, I watched about a third of it last night. They're so fucking long anymore.
Yeah, it's arguably their longest show, but there are some magical moments in that. And you know what? I'm actually Savage of the Week is going to be Shane Gillis and Adam Ray.
Yeah, they're the best.
Because if you want to talk about some risks, they were they were swinging for the fences on that show.
I was just tickled pink watching Shane try to not crack a smile anytime Adam Ray would talk.
Anytime Adam would look at him, yeah.
He would try
Exactly.
so hard to go back into the frown, but you could see the corners of his mouth playing at that little smile, and it was cracking me up so bad.
So, Savage of the Week this week, guys. Shane Gillis and Adam Ray. Shout out. Okay. Well, we got through this comedy news. Any comedy specials you want to shout out real quick?
Adam Ray just came out with the special on YouTube. Let me see here. Chad Daniels. He's he could have been one of the top comics of the day, but he decided to be a father and only really stick to clubs and all that, so that way he could raise his kids properly and whatnot. His words, not mine. I don't know nothing about raising kids. So it's one of those. He was just on Rogan. He just put out a comedy special. I believe it's on Netflix. I've yet to check it out, but I wanted to give him a shout out because I've listened to his other material and it's hilarious.
Okay, right on, dude. Right on. Well, I'm back from vacation. You're back in the comedy scene. And I'll tell you what, gang, we're going to be back next week because we're out of excuses. We got to keep this bitch going. And I'm not leaving town again for a long time. So we'll be back next week. Thanks for being here. Ty, it's great to see you. I'm glad you're getting out there and doing the damn thing. Keep it up, bro. And if you guys can, tell a friend about this week, you know? I'm trying to transition the scene. There we go. There we go.
Yay, you did it.
Mad love and respect, everybody. Until next time.